Those of you that are doing Yahoo Yahoo, I feel for you seriously because you are just wasting your life. The guy I'm about to interview right now is going to tell you the story of how he used to be a fraudster. He wasted his youth only for him to realize that he did not achieve anything from it. Today he has finally quit fraud and he's trying to give his life a meaning. This time around with legitimate work. This is his story.
At the age of 16, I was already into fraud. My first cash out was $1,000.
And you did not know the actual value of $1,000.
Exactly. Next cash out was $30,000.
$30,000.
Next cash out $85,000.
You cashed out $85,000.
Still haven't known the price of
the worth of dollar
yet.
Wait, $100,000, $85,000, $30,000, $1,000 from the same person.
Same person.
Hey, Jesus! Wait, what did you even promise him?
I was still grateful for the land I had, the keke and bike I bought, which was working.
Okay, those were the only things you used the money for. Bro, I can't believe you started fraud at the age of 16 and you did it for 3 years. What inspired you to even go into fraud in the first place? Tell us your story.
Yes, I started fraud at a very, very young age. At the age of 16, I was already into fraud.
Wow.
Because I grew up in an environment where the people who are making money for themselves, who are getting to live the lifestyle that I wanted to live, I wanted to be that person that could be able to achieve what it is he wants with his own money. That was the kind of person I wanted to be. And seeing these people doing it, it was motivating me. And when I started doing my research, looking at what they were doing, it was unclear at first until one day, this guy I know, like, we play football together, we play on the same field together, and we discuss. He just drove a brand new Toyota Corolla to the field.
How old was he?
He was around 17, 18 years old. And he was already making money. How can somebody your age mate making the kind of money you are planning to make in the nearest future? What do you think your parents will talk about you? What do you think people around you will talk about you? That was how I felt. Now, seeing this thing really happening, like after the next 1 week, 2 weeks, elderly ones around the area and big brothers, I would call them big brothers, big brosses around my area, they were already talking about this guy, like, this guy is making so much money, he's doing so much thing, carrying girls, dashing people money, and just living the lifestyle. Like, because now, imagine you growing up in a poor background. I grew up in a polygamous home, and my father was a farmer, my mom was a civil servant. So imagine those two jobs that are bringing less ends meet, trying to take care of somebody who wants to do big things. You hardly see civil servants who build mansion. Like this guy, my brother, says civil servant not to achieve this one. It's true.
Okay, that guy that advertises his cars on social media.
Civil servants not to buy this one.
My brother, I love the way he speaks.
My brother. So it's just true. My mom can't be able to achieve or afford that lifestyle that I wanted to live. I'm not seeing her living it. Even my father as well. Now I'm seeing somebody, my age group, living that lifestyle. I want me to just sit back and be doing what I was doing. I said no. I started doing my research, trying to get close to this guy more, because at first, me and this guy, we just play ball together. You know, ball field. There are different people from different places. So I started to get to know this guy more and realized that this guy was into fraud. Now, funny truth is, I never intended on doing fraud right from the beginning, because it was already painted bad from everybody around us. Like, this is bad. The whole idea behind it was bad. Now, seeing this boy come out, my guy who they play ball together, where he say come make money, everybody's now liking him. He's not helping people around the area. They are not falling in love with his lifestyle. Nobody can descend who no get money again. I said, man, that thing they say this fraud is a bad thing, let me experience it myself. Now, there was no other way, because if there was other way for me to be able to make money as that guy was making, I could have done it. Growing up in a community where the only major source of income that people were doing was riding bike, people doing bricklayer work, people doing just menial jobs to make ends meet. Nobody were living that lifestyle. So seeing this guy doing it, I said, I guess this is the only way. So I went into fraud and I met this bros of mine. I think we grew up together at first before he decided to leave. Now, when he even left, I knew he was into fraud. I didn't kind of like feel that motivation at first because he was older than me, so I didn't even like understand why he made that decision. He flew to Ghana. So after that guy made that much money from fraud, my close guy, I was like, I was going to find a way to get connected with this my bros because we were very close right from childhood. And I connected with him one day and he offered to teach me what he was doing. He was also into fraud. So
what kind of fraud was he into?
He was into dating scam.
Okay.
So woman to man. I won't really go much about details about that one for safety. So woman to man, I was interested in it right from the very beginning because it's very simple. I like you, you like me. I do for you what I want you to do for me. Like when a man gives a woman money, he's expecting something. So that's what we do. You're expecting something from that woman, but the woman will play you to believe you're talking to an actual woman. And that was how the whole thing was happening right from the onset after meeting that my bros who was teaching me that. And with time, I just lasted like 6 months in his office, and I was already making my first big money. Like my first cash out from that particular work I was in was $1,000, and my own share from it was 120,000 naira. Now imagine,
which year was this?
This was around 2019, 2020.
Oh.
At exact 25 of December 2019, because it was a Christmas day. So that day I didn't even know how I was going to go out for Christmas.
That was like
day.
the largest money you've seen in your entire life.
Exactly. So it was,
how old were you then? 16?
16 years.
Wow.
And I was still around my friends back then.
Wait, you cashed $1,000?
Yes.
You 120,000 I was given to you.
Yes.
So how much did your boss take from the money?
He told me back then that he took 40% and his brother took 20%. So total of 60%. They gave me 40%. That was what he told me.
So your own share of 40% was 120,000, and you did not know the actual value of $1,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this continued for the next cash out. Next cash out was $30,000.
$30,000.
Next cash out $85,000.
You cashed out $85,000.
Still haven't known the price of
the worth of dollar
yet, because I was still around 16, 17.
Did you buy a car?
I almost did. I used the money to buy land.
Wait, I'm curious now. From the $85,000 you cashed out, how much was your share?
Total was 4.5 million naira.
From $85,000, that's what they gave you.
That was what I realized I was being transferred from $85,000.
That was what they gave you. Yes, now 4.5 million from $85,000.
Exactly.
Kai.
It was so shocking because back then
you did not know the value of dollars
at all. Didn't know the value. I thought it was like probably each $1,000 was 1 million naira per $1,000. That was what I thought back then. So,
but even if it was, that money was too poor. The 4.5 million.
What are you saying? Thought.
So the next cash out was now how much again?
100K.
$100,000.
It wasn't exactly 100K. It was 100K plus. I just put it 100K.
$100,000 plus. Wait, who was sending this money to you?
It's a romance scam, so it's man to woman. So
a man was sending this money to a lady. Jesus. No juju.
No, I didn't venture into that one.
Hey, God of Nazareth. How will somebody send that amount of money to somebody they have never met? Even me right now, I can't send 10,000 naira to somebody that I have not met. If I want you to come and do something for me and you tell me I should book ahead, I'll tell you I can't book ahead though. You should come. Immediately you come, I'll give you all your money. Because I've never been scammed and I don't want to ever have that experience.
You really don't want to because
it's painful.
It's painful.
I can't imagine how that man is feeling right now. Wait, $100,000, $85,000, $30,000, $1,000 from the same person. Hey, Jesus.
Now,
is it Bill's Gate or what? No, I mean, he has to be that rich.
He was doing well for himself.
For him to spend that kind of money effortlessly. Wait, what did you even promise him?
Okay, it's all starts.
You promised to meet him or what?
That was part of it. There's what we call formats. Every stage has its own formats. Like, I'll give you the story. you buy it by all means.
So which format did you give to him?
Okay.
See, I want you to
so let's go back to the $1,000.
Okay, which format?
The first format was coming home.
How?
They call it coming home.
Okay, they call it coming home.
It's popular though. I will just give you only that one. The reason is, if I start casting it too much, I'm being a snitch here.
Which is a snitch? You are no longer living that life.
There are some things you want to keep to yourself.
Keep it where, bro. Talk this thing, Joe. Let's start from the coming home. I don't even know anything about coming home. Tell us.
Okay, if coming home, let me use an analogy. For instance, me coming to Abuja to come shoot this video, and I told you that I'm coming today, and I told you to send me transport, so amount. I gave you everything. I went to the park and I said, this is the price they are charging. And I sent you everything as proof, so you don't think I'm even lying. I'm not even just telling you with my mouth. I'm telling you with proof. I'm going to the park, asking the park driver that how much. I will even connect you to the park driver to confirm. So everything is very, very realistic.
It's very real.
Very detailed.
And the person is anxious to meet you. So they'll be like, let me send this money.
Because the person might be having doubts. Just like for somebody to tell you to go to the park to go ask for the price, the person might not trust you to know the exact amount. So that's where we bring the third party. We get somebody to act as if the person is a
driver.
Park agent, a driver. The person gets contacted with you. It's ASAP. Like once the person is done contacting with you, you already believe. He comes back to you and he's like, okay, I confirm. And he's not sending the money directly to you. He's sending the money directly to the park driver. So he doesn't even think you are the one sending it to. You understand?
Oh boy, wow. I'm still tempted to ask, because if the man was outside, I'm sure it was not bus you were planning to travel. It was flight.
Exactly.
So do you forge the documents to prove that I finally booked my flight?
Everything is being forged from the moment you start doubting. That was why I say format from the beginning. Every doubt has its own format. Because right from the beginning, it wasn't like that easy. People were coming up with new ideas, new challenges were coming. This client is giving us more headache. So we have to come up with different formats for us to get that money out of you. Because there was something you must believe in. It's that's why so many people go to Juju. That's why you ask if I use Juju. Some people use Juju because they try to hasten the whole process. If you are really patient with somebody, even though you ask the person once, the person doesn't give you at first, you back out, you play that friendship again, you lock up the whole matter. Trying to, just say for instance, trying to get a girl to like you. First of all, the girl say no. Most guys do dispatch. For your old boys, they don't. You know they dispatch your client after first view and say no. You go back, you give him that love, that gisting, just bust the head again.
Make the friendship stronger.
Stronger again, exactly. Because no matter that person declined, there's something. The person hasn't trusted you enough. You keep building that trust. So that was what happened for the first one. Now, I think I've shared enough for the format. I will stop with that one, please.
This is interesting.
It just kept going up from there. Different formats, different trusts formats, different bill formats, different story, bringing us those amount of money from that particular client. It just kept going up like that. Now, there's this thing they call ripple effect. When you do one thing, there's a possibility that you will do something related to that. So that was what happened when I didn't know the price of dollar. Now my shaman was now ripping me off. He knows how to lie to a client that I'm coming and do so thing, and he gets money from you and he's not coming. You don't even know if he's the one you're talking to. He knows how to do that. So how come he can't lie to somebody who he lives at home with, who don't even know the price of dollar? It was very easy for him. So he just transferred me that this was my share. I'm
so shocked how you moved from $1,000 to 30,000, 85,000, 100,000, and you said there was no juju involved. That's crazy, honestly.
Okay, let me give you.
I mean, this is what they call social engineering in the world of cybersecurity.
You're right, because after that first $1,000, after that promise, and I didn't come because I won't come. I'm not the good person you're talking with. After that first one, there's this tendency that you want to know the reason why I didn't come. The next format follows. I think I'll leave that as a suspense because that's where it all comes up, because there's always the reason for something. So the reason for the next thing is where the next bill comes up. So that was why that $30,000. There was a reason he paid that $30,000. I'll keep it there for now. So after sending all those money, and we're not sharing money, we're being honest to each other, which I thought, and with time, it was not getting me closer, and because the reason how it was getting me closer, which I realized later, was because this guy was ripping me off. You understand? So it was more like
he was making a lot of money from you.
Me. Exactly. Yeah. So it was now drawing me closer, getting to know the movements I was moving, making sure I'm still living in his house. Because me still.
So you were an asset to him now.
Exactly. So he made sure I didn't go anywhere while my work was with him. So with time, we were not living the lifestyle together because he was a smoker. So I think he was the one who even introduced me to him. Because when you live, like I said later on, when you live in an environment where people who do something that they think is normal, because it's normal to want good things, it's normal to want better lifestyle. That's what they were doing, fraud, to get that lifestyle. Now, the reason my shaman was smoking back then, which I now realized, was because he was trying to reduce the pressure. Because imagine it's like making 3 million naira and you go broke. You don't think straight. The pressure is,
and the money is not consistent. It can come now and before come again.
4 months, 6 months, sometimes a year.
And the money would have finished.
It has finished. So that was what was happening when I started smoking after eating those money like back to back. So it was a time it just cut off.
What were some other things you got exposed to because of this fraud lifestyle?
I got exposed to carrying women. I got exposed to living the lifestyle you can't afford. You just want to live it just because you dreamt of it. So you thought it's the right time to live it.
Like lodging expensive hotels, buying expensive clothes, going to the club,
going to vacation.
Carrying girls. Have you carried like 4 girls at once?
I think only 2.
2 at once. Jesus Christ. So you were so motivated because of the money you were making that you decided to carry 2 girls at once.
Because if you can be able to lie to somebody that is coming and you know you are lying to this person, the person will not catch you. So you believe that if you carry a girl today and you sleep with the girl, you carry 2 hours, I will do your thing, go there, nobody will catch you. It's just so.
And how old are you then?
Around there, I was not clocking 18.
Hey, 18 and you were balling. Hey, God. So people at 25 never even carry 1 girl. So, but no, it's all good. I mean,
the young age was still kind of like still with me. That young mentality, I was not too exposed yet. So it was around that period where I was now living that lifestyle. I was not broke now, not sitting at home consistently. Now I was only having money to buy smoke, but that was when I really serious my addiction. So in the process of that, you always rethink your whole life, like everything you don't do for this life. When smokers always do that, that is how you see some people who are smokers tell you that they only feel right when they smoke, and that's true. And that's one of the reasons on my page I always preach about stopping smoke. I don't even demonize them, even fraudsters. There are reasons people do some certain things, and there were reasons why I was doing fraud. Imagine growing up in an environment where people who live that lifestyle are doing fraud. It was the only thing I was exposed to. Same thing as smoking. When I was not feeling that pressure, real pressure, like you don't make 4.5 million, you don't spend that. Now you have 0 naira in your account.
Yeah.
Going outside, you know people will want to be you. People will want to like get to like, hey, shaman, they will be expecting you to do some things, and you don't have the money right now to do it. So I was now indoor more, just trying to stack up so that whenever I go outside, I could repeat that lifestyle. So after doing that for a while at home, I was now feeling like I was missing out on some things. And what was I missing out on? Fun. Because if you're sitting down in one place every single day doing only one thing, you get bored. I was only bombing, only trying to shout work, trying to get another new client that would pay the same amount I paid. So I was getting bored, so I needed something to give me fun. That was when I now indulged fully in smoking. So smoking now was now my lifestyle for like 3 months, 4 months. I was not addicted, because something you do consistently for 3 months, there's a possibility you get addicted. So after being addicted, I paused. Now this was the reason I paused, and I cashed out again from that client, because there's this thing they call, you go up and you decline at the level of every fraudster stage. So I told you I got up to 100 plus. I declined. Now when that client sent me, I think it was around $10,000. So declining from $100,000 to $10,000. First of all, your standard of living has now upgraded to
upgraded. Yes, the way you spend money is not the same.
It's not the same. And somebody's spending $10,000, it's still too less. So when the money was not coming, I was not like, okay, I think it just lasted me for lifestyle for like 1 week.
The $10,000 got finished.
3-man share. So, but I was transferred more than $1 million, almost 2 million. So the money was not finished.
Wait, how is it that they gave you almost 2 million for $10,000? Then for $85,000, just 4.5 million.
Exactly. So if he tells me it's $10K, it might not be that exact amount. So it makes me feel like I'm.
Oh yeah, you don't even know how much is coming.
Exactly.
Sometimes you don't know.
Just tell me that number. So he now makes the math by himself and tell me this is the percentage. It makes me feel as if I'm the one taking.
Sometimes you don't even know how much your client is sending.
Exactly.
Because your chairman, the owner of the